High-level committee headed by former President Ram Nath Kovind today submitted its report on One Nation, One Election. Remember, this committee had been put together a few months ago. The report was submitted to President Draupadi Murmu this morning. The panel in its report, which has been accessed by NDTV, favoured holding simultaneous polls across the country. The committee is of unanimous opinion that simultaneous polls should be held, is what the report said, which also says that simultaneous polls will significantly enhance transparency, inclusivity, ease and confidence of voters. And this committee was set up in September and has studied best practices from other countries and consulted 39 political parties as well as economists and Election Commission of India. Earlier we spoke to Sunil Prabhu for more.
Well, we'll have to wait for the new government to be formed, but as you rightly pointed out, theoretically, it is really a win-win situation if you have simultaneous elections in this country. How does it work? Right up till 1967, India had the simultaneous elections. But that changed immediately after that because there was the dismissal in 69 of the Kerala government. And of course, much water has flown over the bridge, as you know, over the last few decades. There have been governments which have been dismissed. There have been early elections called. How does it work? The panel has decided, one, to hold simultaneous elections for Lok Sabha and state elections from 2029. How will they go about that entire process? There will be an appointed date. This requires constitutional amendments. Once you do that constitutional amendments, it will become on that appointed date. The next, the election dates, any will always be held at that particular period. So, for example, you would ask, say, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, they have elections in the middle, that is around 2027. What happens to them? They will have a short tenure, just like as you have in a by-election till 2029, and then subsequently a re-election process. What happens if a government falls? Like in Maharashtra, there is a failure of a government. There will be elections, no doubt, but it will be only coterminous, for just like in by-elections, for that period of the term, for the next 2.5 years or 3 years or 1 year, whatever the case may be. What are the grounds? There will also be a single electoral voter list for both state, central, that is Lok Sabha, as well as for Panchayat elections. How does it work? Does it really think? Yes, there are a lot of critiques for it, especially from opposition parties who believe that it works against the federal structure. And many regional parties and other political parties are up against this. We'll have to wait. Of course, as you rightly pointed out, elections are in the process, and whether it will go through that entire process before you're able to get bipartisan support, two-third majority in both houses as well as in state legislature before this is passed.